will do but little for us. If we are foolish, the wisdom of other men will not guide us. If we are wasteful of time and money, the economy of other men will only make our destitution the more disgraceful and hurtful. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad in his last speech said, we can no more go around making mock of each other. Cut it out. We are all brothers and sisters. Now, here was the man who was calling the white man the devil. But in his last speech, he's speaking to us. And he had just finished talking about Muslims who were white. He said, we have white Muslims. And he was letting it be known that the change was coming. That we had to come out of that. And he said, we can no more go around making mock of other people. Cut it out. We are all brothers and sisters. You make mock of no one, because remember that once upon a time you was mocked and you deserved it. You didn't have nothing and you wouldn't do nothing to get something. So I say, brothers and sisters, since the arrival of Allah, I think that we should not sit still. We should arise and be like the book says, arise and shine. No more living in the dark. You are living in the light. So let us arise and shine forth and go forth, do something for self. It actually hurts me to hear our people and some of them leaders over there begging the white man to give them something. Give you nothing. You give yourself something now. What you wanted was freedom to go for self. That's right. You don't need nothing else. Since you claims the earth and he's living on it and it belongs to you, and you are not intelligent and smart enough to dig out your earth, that which he dug out of it, right under your feet. So don't blame him for digging up that which you were not digging up. Going on, he said, we must remember that the fault is not on the slave master anymore. Since he say you can go free, and we say today he's not hindering us, it is we hindering ourselves. Give justice to whom it's due. We glorify and making fun and charging the slave master with keeping us a slave. He can't hold you no slave now. You holding yourself a slave. I say to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, give justice to where it belongs. And don't try to rob people out of justice. If the white man, and he has, freed you and me to go to work for self, and you go all over the earth, and you don't object, go wherever you want to, then he's not to blame today. You are the one to be blamed. This is a very sly, spook way that we have of dumping the burden on somebody else. Right is right, and we are the nation of righteous. Take our place among the righteous doing right. I love you, but I love you to do something for self and stop putting your fault on the slave master. Imam Muhammad said on freedom and justice, he said they're born together and are to live together always. You can never separate justice from freedom. In Islam, justice is willing to sacrifice some freedom for a more genuine freedom down the road. But freedom in Islam is never willing to sacrifice any part of justice. He goes on to say about freedom again, individual freedom. He said, individual freedom is a peculiarity or strangeness possessed by the human being or mind to reject the natural order and to give up natural human form for any form it chooses to take on. So here he's talking about there are people who want to claim freedom, but it's not the freedom to do what's right, it's the freedom to do what's wrong. Again, he speaks on freedom. This is September 19th, 1976. Freedom today. Freedom today is an excuse to be a failure with a sense of dignity. And an excuse to continue downhill. He talked about qualifying for freedom. To qualify for the maximum amount of freedom that a human being is created to have, you put a limit on your own freedom. And then he spoke about the best freedom. He said the best freedom is education. An educated man cannot be enslaved. You can lock him up, but you can't enslave his mind. You can't enslave his soul. And that is the best freedom. Alhamdulillah. Imam Muhammad said in his book, and it's on sale in the back, As the Light Shineth from the East. The anatomy of the individual is self-rule. Excuse me. The autonomy of the individual is self-rule. It means that each individual is obligated by the nature God has put in them to take responsibility for themselves, to discipline and check themselves, to make themselves conform to the good life of the society, even when mom and dad are not around to check them. That's what autonomy of the individual is. That you should be given the dignity to enforce good principles, morals, and good disciplines into your own life. But if you don't have the ability, strength, or the respect for yourself to take that kind of charge over yourself, then we should write you off as one that was disqualified for any autonomy. He was not able to execute his autonomy. So the society had to take charge of him and see that he doesn't destroy himself. He goes on to say, we're born to be free, but that freedom is also told in the natural development of the human life. That freedom is not a permissiveness. That freedom is a freedom to grow. A freedom to grow intellectually, a freedom to grow emotionally and mature as a full-grown, healthy being in society. It is not the freedom to do our thing. It's the freedom to do the right thing. The only way we are going to change our condition and really put ourselves in the proper image and get respect from the world is that we are going to have to deal with all of our problems, not from the emotional point of view or position, but from a rational, scientific point of view. We are going to have to approach everything with the eyes of a rational, scientific thinker. That's the only way. And you know, I'm going to stop reading at this point. I wrote down a little thing one time. Allah has blessed me to be able to go down to Florida in the wintertime. And I'm sitting out looking over at this hotel. And let me read this. We evolved since slavery. Some of our changes have been positive and some have had negative results. For example, during slavery, we were worked from sunup to sundown. We were required to move, to be productive. After slavery, it seems some of us have developed a need to avoid work at all costs. Recently, I watched a black maintenance man moving around slowly, pretending to be picking up litter from the hotel grounds. He was moving so slow that when I first